Welcome back everyone to the InvestClam YouTube channel. Today I have a very important video for everyone who are new to the stock market. I want to talk about the biggest mistake a beginner in the stock market does. All the mistakes that I'm going to talk about today are connected, and if you make one of them, you're likely to make another. So guys, listen carefully and stick to the end. It is very important for you not to do these mistakes. If you will like the video, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel so you can get my future videos. I've just started this YouTube channel, so I really need your help. So let's get right into this. The first thing I want to talk about is trying to time the market. So many times I see someone not buying the stock because he thinks that in the short term the market will fall down even more, and he will be able to buy the stock at even lower price. Yes, you might get lucky once or twice, but most of the time you will just simply miss the opportunity to buy the stock. The same thing is with selling the stock. A lot of investors that are new to the stock market, they try to sell their stocks at a peak. They don't sell the stock because they think that the next day or the next week the stock will go up even more. Yes, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But usually they end up selling the stock lower. Because guys, you simply can't predict what's gonna happen in the near term. You might get lucky once or twice, but most of the time it is just too hard. Instead, you always need to focus on the long term and buy the stock if it's undervalued or sell it if it's overvalued. One of the greatest investors of all time, Warren Buffett, started investing in 1942. He has been investing for almost 80 years. And now, he's one of the richest person in the world. But just think about it. How many negative events happened over that period? Wars, stock market crashes, the dot-com bubble, 2008 housing bubble, and many other events that negatively affect the stock market. But Warren Buffett was simply always investing. If he finds a company that he likes and it is undervalued, he simply buys it, no matter what's gonna happen in the stock market. If his company is overvalued, he's gonna sell it. And the same thing you should do as well. Now, let's talk about another important mistake. You always need to have money on a sideline, ready to deploy into the stock market at any moment. Why is this important, guys? Let's say that you have bought an undervalued stock, but something wrong happened in the stock market and the stock goes down even lower. If nothing fundamental changed in the stock, this is an opportunity for you to buy even more shares and lower your average cost. I want you to take a look at this example. Let's say that you have bought stock ABC for $100. Later on, something happens inside the stock market and the whole market drops down. Or your stock moved down, but there was no real fundamental change in your stock. And let's say that stock ABC now costs $50. You are down on your initial investment 50%, but you have $100 more and you're able to buy 2 more shares of stock ABC. So now you have invested $200 and you have 3 shares of stock ABC. Your average price per share is $66. So now you're down on your position only 25%. So by buying more shares when the stock is down, you can lower your average price. And let's say that the stock price comes back to the $100, what should eventually happen. And now you're up on your investment 50%. So that's why it is very important to always have money on your sideline. Let's move on to the next mistake. And this one is a very big one. It is buying the stock only because you're looking at the chart and you see that from the top the stock is down massively. Believe me guys, this is a very dangerous choice. Let's look at another example. You can see that the stock was doing amazing and it's down from its peak 25%. Now you think that this is a great opportunity for you to buy the stock. Let's say you buy the stock at $60 per share. It does go up in the beginning, but look what happened next. You can see that the stock is down 70% more from the price you bought it. And this is your mistake, guys. If you think that the stock is undervalued only because it fell down from its top, that's a big mistake, guys. You always need to do the research and put your own price target. Very often, if the stock performs good and it goes up a lot, it is likely that it's overvalued a lot. And if the stock drops from the peak, it can still be massively overvaluated. And look, you can see that if you bought the stock at $60, after more than 20 years, you're still down on your position 20%. So guys, this is a very important mistake to remember. Never buy a stock only because it fell down from its peak. Okay, let's talk about another mistake. I call it chasing jackpot. Jackpot chasers are those people who are trying to find a stock that will go up massively. They invest $1,000 and they want it to grow to $50,000. And this is wrong, guys, because you miss all the good opportunities and you're looking only at the risky stocks that are very likely to fail. Yes, there are cases where the stock goes up so much, but it is really hard to find one. The media will always talk about the stock which made 5,000% upwards move, but they will never mention how many risky stocks failed and went bankruptcy. Now, let's say that you catched your jackpot, and from 1,000 you've made 30,000. What are you gonna do with those money? You going to buy a new car, a few phones, or something else? And what then? You're with no money again? The key thing is to invest for a long period of time and have a consecutive growth of your wealth year over year. This is the only way you will be able to reach financial freedom and grow your wealth. Now the next mistake is quite popular because I find a lot of people that are investing into the stock market only because someone said them to buy this or that stock. They don't really know anything about the stock market and they don't know how to analyze a company. If you want to avoid bad stocks, don't get into bubbles, don't buy overvalued stocks, you must know how to analyze and how to do the research. So please, before getting into the stock market, get prepared. The good thing though, that it is simple. It is simple but not easy. You have to put in a lot of work, a lot of time to research, to analyze a company, but the good thing is that if you will want to do it and if you will try to do it, you will be able to do it. Now the next mistake is really common and a lot of people get into this. You should always invest on your own and trust only yourself. A lot of people in the stock market are always following the crowd. If someone is selling the stock, they do it right away. And if someone is buying the stock, they do it as well. And this is how you get into bubbles, into overvalued stocks, and in the stocks that are simply not even worth a look. Always do your own research and think, is there a fundamental reason why someone is buying the stock or selling? Because people tend to follow the crowd, a short-term panic appears in the market. And if someone is selling the stock, everyone are going to start to sell the stock. And this is a big mistake, guys, which can lose you a lot of money. Again, you always need to value the stock on your own. And if there is no fundamental reason to sell the stock, then why should you sell it? I want you to show an example where personally I could have lost a lot of money. I'm still a Tesla shareholder and I've been holding it from 2018. I want you to look at this graph. Everything started at the beginning of 2019. Suddenly, one after another, biggest analysts in the world started to downgrade Tesla. And the stock just went through the floor. Everyone were panicking and everyone were selling the stock. In just 6 months, the stock went down 50%. And the only thing I did was buying more shares of Tesla and building my position bigger. Because nothing fundamental changed in the company. And in my opinion, it was even performing decent. But the key thing is that I completely believed in the Tesla future and I was even not thinking about selling Tesla shares. As you can see, in the next 6 months, Tesla shares rise 150%. But still, the stock was massively undervalued even there. You can see what happened in the next 2 years. The last mistake I want to talk about today is kinda getting in love with your stock. I mean that sometimes you get so much attached to the stock and you think that it is so great that no one can stop it. You stop analyzing the stock, you stop listening what's happening with the stock, and you think that it will just always go up and never stop. And very often you miss the opportunity to sell the stock. Eventually, you sell it at a much lower gain, break even, or even lose your money. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Please leave a like, comment down below on what you want me to improve in my future videos. I will make a second part on mistakes that beginner makes in the stock market, So please subscribe to my channel and you won't miss the video. Bye!